Good morning. It is March 2nd, 2016. And I do one of these videos like every day and then I delete it because I don't I don't like looking at myself anymore. Um People that make these videos, they try to smile and have makeup and their hair done because they don't want people to see the true them, and that makes me really sad because if we're trying to raise awareness to an illness that no one really knows about, then I feel that people should let them, you know, you should put your good days and your bad days, and let people know that you're not always gonna have a good day, you know. You're not always gonna feel good. You're not always gonna have a smile on your face, you know. And I don't always feel good. I wish that I always had a smile on my face. I don't. I don't. Ever since being diagnosed with gastroparesis, my world has changed. My world has changed, and it's not the only thing I suffer from. I wish it was the only thing I suffer from, and then maybe I could just battle one thing, but I don't. It's one of the worst things I suffer from, because it took the joy of eating away from me. You know what I'm saying? And it takes my energy because I can't eat. And it makes me envious of other people. And I've never envied anybody. And I've had a really rough life, and I've never envied anybody else's life. I've always felt like, you know what? My life is mine, and I fight every day to be happy and to do what's right. Because I want to be a good person in life. I don't want to be bitter and angry all the time about what happens. But this illness definitely has taken my joy. It's taken my laughter and my smile, and as you can tell, my sleep. There's such dark circles under my eyes, and I'm in pain all the time. All the time, whether it's from lack of eating and my stomach is probably hungry, or I do try to eat and the food just sits there and it doesn't really want to go anywhere. It's put a strain on my marriage because my self-esteem isn't where it's supposed to be. And sometimes, a lot of times, I envy my husband because he's so healthy and he can eat and I can't. And as much as I want to enjoy my family life the way I used to, I can't. My children look at me like, oh God, what is mom complaining about today? And I understand they're kids. They don't understand really what's going on. I don't have people in my life that truly worry for me except for my community. My groups, I have few people on there that check up on me and see how I'm doing. And I have my husband who tries his best to check up on me every single day. And I'm not a complainer. I'm not a natural complainer. I don't really complain about anything, but the fact that I have to complain about this because the pain is like if I'm in labor. I've given birth to 3 kids and all natural. And this pain is like I'm in labor all the time. Doctors look at you like you're crazy if you tell them you're in constant pain because they think that you want to, be a drug addict. that you want to depend on a chemical to get you through your day. I don't. I don't. I suffer from PTSD, severe depression, and anxiety, and I refuse all of those medications because I don't want to be a zombie walking around. I want to see the world and view it and look at it and enjoy it and not have to be asleep most of the time and not have to be in a fog. And for my gastroparesis, they have put me on medication that has made me live in a fog. And I don't want it anymore. And I stopped taking it. So I have to live with the pain every single day. It's just a messed up thing. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm happy all the time. And I'm gonna have my real moments. I'm gonna have my moments where I feel sad, where I don't want to get out of bed because I'm in so much pain. And I'm so nauseous that I just feel like it's either I feel really pregnant or I feel like I'm giving birth. And I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. I really don't wish anything bad on anybody, but this especially, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. Gastroparesis is a debilitating illness. Takes your joy, and it slowly takes you. I've lost weight since I've had it. I'm still pretty chunky, but I'm losing myself, and I feel and I look at my body and I know it's changing, and there's nothing I can do about it. And I'm not a controlling person, but I like to control me. I like to control what happens to me, and I can't. And a lot of people are not aware of gastroparesis. They don't even know what it is. Half of the people think you're faking it because you want attention. That's not the case. Gastroparesis has only affected 5 million people. 5 million. That's it. And there might be more, but they don't know what symptoms to look for. They don't know what to do. Some people, like me, don't like to complain, so we kind of don't go to the doctor and we just deal with it, whatever it is, until it's too late. And that was my problem. I woke up this morning really sad because I'm just tired. I'm tired of fighting, and I'm tired of struggling day to day. Like, I want to give up. But I know I can't. I know I can't. I know I have my children, and I have my beautiful goddaughter, and I have my husband. And I have my puppy Max. That was one of the best things my husband could have given to me because he makes my day. He knows when his mama's not feeling good. And this is the illness. And I'm not doing this for pity. I'm not doing this for anybody to feel bad. I'm doing this so people can be aware that if your loved one is going through this, like, don't put their feelings aside. Don't say that they're faking it or making it up, because we're not. We're not. We're not attention seekers. We're not, looking for people to baby us. We want people to be aware. This illness is rare. It's debilitating. It takes your joy. It takes your desire to do anything, because for what? We all know the outcome if we eat. The outcome is pain, nausea, throwing up, bloating, looking like you're 9 months pregnant all the time. You could have a flat stomach and still look pregnant after you eat. It's a scary illness that not many doctors know anything about. And the doctors that do are just not willing to help half the time. Don't get me wrong, there's probably some awesome doctors out there that are wonderful with their patients. So just keep looking until you find the right one. But just know that if your loved one is fighting this, or your friend, don't turn your back on them. Don't turn your back on them. Don't make them feel alone. I can honestly sit here and say that if I didn't have my husband or my children or my goddaughter, my best friend, like, I honestly would have probably killed myself by now. And that's really hard for me to say, but it's the truth, and I think about it every single day. But my husband, being who he is, he told me, he said, you tried to kill yourself and your problems may go away, but you leave them to everybody else. And I'll be damned if I leave this anybody else to deal with. So just remember that if you have somebody fighting this illness or any other illness, be there for them. Ask them how they're doing. Even if you know the answer, ask them how they're doing. Look in on them. Don't leave them lonely and alone, and make sure they know you're there for them. Even if you don't speak every single day, just even if they don't respond, just let them know you're there for them, because there's going to be that one moment of weakness that we're going to need to feel somebody there. And don't turn your back on them. Don't make them feel guilty for being sick. Don't make them feel like a burden. Don't get me wrong, my husband doesn't make me feel like a burden, but that's how I feel. And that's something that I have to check within myself, But don't turn your backs on anybody that is sick or not sick. Family is family, and just let them know you're there. Let them know you're there. That's all I can say. And for those fighting this messed up illness, keep fighting. You're gonna have your bad days. You're gonna have your good days. Just know your bad days won't last. You have to work through them, because you're gonna have a bad day. Don't ever let anybody tell you that you're not. You're gonna have a bad day, but it's on you to decide how you're gonna work them out. And me making this video, for me to remember this shit, is the way that it's gonna be. And every time I'm having a bad day, I'm gonna look at this video and know that, you know what, I made it out of this. That's it.